Please be seated. Good afternoon. Welcome to the ATSU-University Arizona School of Health Sciences Class of 2021 Commencement Ceremony. I'm Dr. Norman Gevitz, Senior Vice President, Academic Affairs for ATSU. This is a very special day in the lives of those receiving degrees from ATSU-University. All of you now have the tools and the capacity to make a difference in your communities and in the lives of the people that you serve. The Doctor of Medical Science degree each of you will receive today is not just a credential. It is a testament to your proficiency and competency in mastering a range of difficult subjects. Congratulations, we are proud of you. Your faculty and administration wish you the best, and we look forward to hearing from you as you go forward to improving the lives of the people in your communities. Thank you.
Good morning, or good afternoon, I should say. I'm Dr. Ann Lee Birch, Dean of the Arizona School of Health Sciences, and it is my honor to introduce the stage party. Please do hold your applause to the end. Starting on my right, Dr. Craig Phelps, President of ATSU-University. Dr. Norman Gevitz, Senior Vice President of Academic Affairs for ATSU-University. And on my left, today's keynote speaker, Dr. Javier Cardenas, neurologist and director, Barrow Concussion and Brain Surgery Center. Dr. Randy Danielson, program director, Doctor of Medical Sciences. Dr. Bert Simon, assistant program director, Doctor of Medical Sciences. And Dr. Michelle DeBase, chair of the Department of Physician Assistant Studies. Would any graduates, guests, or faculty who are current or retired members of the uniformed services or first responders please stand and be recognized? Thank you for all you do for our communities and country. I would also like to recognize friends and family in the audience who have supported the graduates on their journey. Please give them all a round of applause. Graduating class of 2021, today I stand with the Arizona School of Health Sciences faculty and staff in celebration of you. We celebrate your accomplishments today with you and your loved ones. What a year this has been, filled with trials and tribulation, loss and grieving for many, and a renewed sense of hope as we look toward continued vaccine distribution and possible herd immunity. There's a reason that all over the country, in small towns and in cities, people stood in their doorways, in their homes, to applaud healthcare workers who were and continue to care for patients with COVID-19 in our hospitals, community health centers, skilled nursing facilities, ERs, and urgent care units. I would like to suggest to you all that you are quite possibly re-entering one of the most vibrant times of your life, where your acquired knowledge, leadership skills, and humanity have never been more needed in communities across the country. We celebrate your graduation from ATSU today as you exemplify all that we believe in: whole person healthcare, commitment to the underserved, excellence, and community. All of you arrived here with vastly different trajectories as your stories. Your diversity of thought, identity, and background enriched our learning culture and is central to the effectiveness of care in our communities. Graduating class of 2021, you will take this new knowledge, leadership, and professionalism, and your steady commitment to compassion and integrity, and continue to make a difference in the lives of so many. Your profession is a gift to be opened and reopened, never put on a shelf, to be cherished. Continue this engagement in lifelong learning, and know your capacity today is a vessel half filled, ready and waiting to accept new ideas, new technology, that next piece of evidence or research that resonates for you. The spirit of innovation is alive and well at ATSU. Carry it with you. Leave yourself enough time for reflection, unplug, and let your imagination breathe as you think through the course of your day. As you continue to approach each patient, the child, the athlete, the mother, the grandfather, look for the individual, the whole person, and continue to make the connection that is so central to one person healing another. Each choice you make as a health professional continues to shape not only someone else's life, but contributes to the person you are and want to become. Finally, class of 2021, I hope you come back and visit us often. Your faculty, friends, family, myself, our senior leadership, Dr. Norman Gevitz, and President Phelps, all congratulate you on your very significant achievements today. It is my honor to present this afternoon's commencement speaker and recipient of the ATSU honorary degree, Doctor of Humane Letters, Dr. Javier Cardenas. Dr. Cardenas is a neurologist and the director of the Barrow Concussion and Brain Injury Center. He is board certified in neurology by the American Board of Psychiatry and Neurology. Dr. Cardenas' expertise involves concussion, post-concussion syndrome, spinal trauma, and traumatic brain injury. He is a member of the American Academy of Neurology, the National Football League Head, Neck, and Spine Committee, and the Arizona Governor's Advisory Council on Spinal and Head Injuries. Dr. Cardenas received his medical degree from the University of Arizona College of Medicine. He completed a residency in pediatrics at St. Joseph's Hospital and Medical Center and trained in child neurology at Barrow Neurological Institute. Dr. Cardenas created Barrow Concussion and Brain Injury Center, which is the nation's most comprehensive concussion prevention, treatment, and education program. He also created Barrow Brain Book, which Arizona high school students must complete to participate in school sports. It is the first mandated online concussion education and testing tool for student athletes in the country. Please join me in welcoming this afternoon's commencement speaker, Dr. Cardenas.
Dr. Birch, Dr. Gavitz, President Phelps, class of 2021, thank you very much. It is a privilege, it is an honor to share this very special day with you. And as the academic year comes to a close, and we conclude this chapter of our academic lives, we are forced to reflect on the last 15 months. Unprecedented, uncertain, are overused and now cliched words, but recall that this was an experience that was shared with all of humanity. The last year, in my opinion, was about three things: health, science, and leadership. I've yet to meet a single person who has not been impacted by COVID-19, whether it was contracting the illness itself, being exposed, or dealing with the consequences. Health and healthcare were front and center. Treating the disease remains difficult. Stopping the spread, an incredible challenge. The pandemic also revealed inequities that were known to some, but shown to all. Our Black and brown Americans suffered most from the disease, directly and indirectly. Essential workers are disproportionately from minority communities, while those who have the honor and privilege and comfort to work from home are disproportionately white. I can't breathe. These are words spoken by many patients suffering from COVID-19, but also from those of George Floyd. While the health of our bodies was under attack by a novel coronavirus, the health of our nation was under attack by systemic racism. Like treating a disease that ravages the lungs, science proved that it was the knee to a neck that stopped a young man from breathing, and not opiates and not drugs. And what of our own mental health? The pain and suffering has not all been physical. The isolation, the emotional distancing, rising rates of anxiety, depression, and suicide. This institution's mission is to prepare highly competent professionals who focus on whole person health care. Now, I also realize that while some of you may have thrived in this environment, that many of you suffered. I'm personally sorry for that. Now, let's celebrate science. Science is our ticket out of this mess. From new treatments that reduce the morbidity and mortality of COVID-19 to the fastest development of a vaccine in human history. Correction, many vaccines. While that development was not early enough for over 3 million people around the world, tens of millions will be spared because of it. Now, some of you may argue that politics were just as dominant as health and science in this last year. However, I would argue that it was not politics, but leadership, and many times lack thereof. During this time, we all witnessed good and bad leadership on both sides of the political aisle, but more importantly, we witnessed leadership up close and personal. Whether it was your neighbor who got toilet paper for others, a coach who postponed or canceled a game out of safety, a stranger who took a moment to say good morning to you. Your educators, your faculty, your administrators, your staff remain committed to continuing your education and training during the pandemic. They stand tall and firm to provide you the tools to care for others. As we come out of this pandemic, I request that you ask yourselves the following questions. Am I a better person for having survived, and will I continue to be? Am I prepared for the next crisis that strikes us? Will I hit it head on? Will I adapt? When the variables become constant and the constants become variables, how will I respond? In my opinion, you, all of you, will respond as graduates of AT-Still University's Arizona School of Health Sciences, leaders who are prepared to care for the whole person. Congratulations, class of 2021. Thank you.
Thank you, Dr. Cardenas. Graduates of the Doctor of Medical Science program are physician assistants who have sought advanced postgraduate education in academia, leadership, or clinical practice. They are tomorrow's leaders in healthcare, nationally and internationally, dedicated to access to care, quality in healthcare, and affordable healthcare. They are primed to assist the underserved and those in need. Presenting candidates for the Doctor of Medical Science graduating class of 2021 is Dr. Randy Danielson. President Phelps, the candidates for the Doctor of Medical Science have successfully completed the requirements for their degrees. Upon recommendation of the faculty and program directors, I have the pleasure of presenting them to you at this time. Would the candidates for the Doctor of Medical Science, class of 2021, please rise and proceed to the stage.
Francesca Giovanni Alexander from Gilbert, Arizona. James Lee Ally from Bayonne, New Jersey. Alfonso Becerra Jr. from Corona, California. John Philip Bryan from Sturgeon Bay, Wisconsin. Cicely George Cherian from Feasterville, Pennsylvania. Sylvia Grace Connell from Littleton, Colorado. Melanie Lauren Catone from Wimamu, Florida. Linda Contreras Delaney from Allen, Texas. Michael DePalma from Hanover, Pennsylvania. Musami Day from Fort Worth, Texas. DeVecchio A. Edwards from Philadelphia, Pennsylvania. Jacqueline Edwards from Milwaukee, Wisconsin. Eden Estevera from Lafayette, Louisiana. Chastity L. Falls from Highland, Michigan. Stephanie Ann Hernandez Francis from Murrieta, California. Alexandra M. Fullerman from Gilbert, Arizona. Nathan James Gardner from Selkirk, New York. Ananda Jirmire from Fort Stockton, Texas. David Stephen Gregor from Sacramento, California. Beverly Gross from San Antonio, Texas. Karen Irene Holmes from Round Rock, Texas. Carolyn Ann Jar from Carlton, Minnesota. Jason Laird from Rancho Cucamonga, California. Nathaniel Lera from Madera, California. Lisa Renee Loring from Bremerton, Washington. Melissa Legan from Medford, New Jersey. Chantel Lassard Shadouin from Gilbert, Arizona. Douglas Damian Long from North Ridgeville, Ohio. Linda Suzanne McConnell from Scottsdale, Arizona. Gregory Scott Mangione from Muskegon, Michigan. Daniel McDermott from Richfield, Ohio. Madeline Ashby Myers from Wellington, Ohio. Melinda Ann Moore Gottschalk from Georgetown, Texas. Lauren Charlie Marino from Tempe, Arizona. Avril Nimblett Clark from Miami, Florida. Noemi Mercado from Wappinger Falls, New York. Ivana Prakish from San Jose, California. Chris Tina Pyle Sweet from North Carolina and formerly of Texas. Tiffany Lee Braun from Bluffton, South Carolina. Melinda A. Rockcliffe from Queen Creek, Arizona. Priscilla Rodriguez Polster from Clovis, California. Michael Refugio Rojas from Round Rock, Texas. Eunice Ko San Nicholas from Round Rock, Texas. Lauren Santilli from Ranch Cucamonga, California. Kimberly Deshawn Supre from Crawford, Alabama. Pamela Ann Melvin Sater from Greensboro, North Carolina. Bernadette Schulman from Garden Grove, California. Stacy L. Scroggins from McAllister, Oklahoma. Tina Spence from Lavasee, West Virginia. Jamie Ann Wood from Ozark, Missouri. Shalitha Wynn Barnes from Decatur, Illinois.
In addition to the graduates present at today's ceremony, we would like to recognize those Doctor of Medical Science graduates participating virtually. DMSC graduates participating virtually are Michael Osbach, Josh Borgstadt, Kristen Buchanan, Clarissa Alexandra Castillo, Deborah Coriel, Kenneth Granados, Thomas Hartman, Kevin A. Hickman, Misty Lee Hunsater, Nia M. Jarrett, Roger Dale Jones, Mary A. Kidwell, Todd Patrick Kielman, Kelly Kathleen Lala, Kevin Manchenton, Helen Leigh Manguni, Lisa B. Marshall, Jocelyn Matavesi, Katrina Monti, Anthony J. Moritz, Patrick J. Nappy, Ryan Jacob O'Hara, Stephanie Womack Paris, Victor Quinones III, Teresa E. Rand, Cassidy Sanders, Cortland Allen Seaver, Shee Shapiro, Scott Greer Sullivan, Caitlin Elizabeth Shiro, Georgia Underwood Wright, Margaret Ann Walker, Mary Alicia Webb, Nishay Janifa Williams Prince, and Beverly A. Wisdom.
Great. Graduates, please stand. The moment you've been working toward, the moment we've been waiting for. Upon the recommendation of the faculty, dean, and senior vice president of academic affairs, and by the authority vested in me by the Board of Trustees and the state of Arizona, I hereby confer upon each of you the degree Doctor of Medical Science, with all the rights, honors, privileges, and responsibilities pertaining thereto. Congratulations, doctors.
Well, let's give our graduates one more round of applause. At this time, I welcome President Phelps to the podium for closing remarks.
Graduates, go ahead and sit down. And what a remarkable 15 months it's been, as was mentioned earlier. So I can't imagine a more difficult time for you to take classes while you're treating patients and taking care of your communities. So even a more special time to celebrate your great accomplishment. A lot of people are jealous of the folks that kind of trained and learned during this pandemic. When I go out and about, there's a little bit of envy for those of you who have that extra knowledge, who have that extra experience, that extra resilience, something we weren't really expecting when we thought about the coming difficulties that the pandemic would create. So I'm going to ask you to just kind of stand for one more minute. It's kind of nice to stand up for a second, the graduates, if you'll do that. And it's my pleasure to induct you as a class and individually into the ATSU Alumni Association. And so as you found from being graduates from other schools that there are many, many people in your community who help contribute to your practice, who help contribute to your success, your leadership roles. And the good news is ATSU University graduates are all across the country. I heard where many of you are from. So in your community, if you can seek out those graduates, continue to network with them, continue to build your practice, continue to build your leadership, and then hopefully educate some of the future healthcare professionals in your profession and other professions. So congratulations, welcome to the ATSU Alumni Association. I'm a graduate, so it's fun to have you join us. You may sit down. I'd also like to thank our team members from our Student Affairs, Information Technologies, Communications and Marketing, the President's Office, ASHS staff, and faculty for putting together today's 3 commencement ceremonies. So I'd like all of those folks, if you're a faculty member of the Arizona School of Health Sciences or ATSU University, please stand, and staff, so we can give you a round of applause. It definitely takes a village to pull these off. Graduates, today is one of the most important days of your personal and professional life. In several minutes, when you walk through that door, you'll have a different level of responsibility, a different title that no one's going to ever be able to take away from you. And that means a lot. I recall a story of a gentleman that was in a nursing home, and he was a very, very difficult patient, and many times they had to call in security and other folks to help take care of this individual. And so it was a physician assistant who thought, I'm going to find out the background of this individual, find out what's going on. And he was able to look through that individual's file and realize that that individual had been a physician for his entire life. And so he thought, I'm going to try something different. So when the individual came back and when there was a difficult time, he said, Dr. So-and-so. And immediately, the countenance of that individual changed. And he realized that he was being referred to again as a doctor. And he knew that he had to change his behavior. And whenever they would have another problem with him, They would address him as doctor, and the behavior would immediately stop. And so that's how deep that title runs into your system and into those folks that are around you. It's important to remember that those sitting before you, next to you, and behind you will support and continue to support you throughout your career as you dedicate yourself to the most noble of all callings. You have what our nation needs, and in fact, what our world needs. As our founder, Dr. Andrew Taylor Still emphasized in his works, finding disease is fairly easy, but helping our patients find health, that is our true mission. And you heard from Dr. Birch, Dr. Gevitz, and Dr. Cardenas, some excellent, excellent things to remember as we go forward. The good news is nobody is better prepared than you, and nobody can do it better than you. Opportunities you've yet to dream of await you to seize and realize. Our future is in your hands. You will continue to do well. Until we meet again, congratulations and Godspeed.
Hello, guests. Hello? It's not on.